Hi. Hello. All right. It seems in place. Now today I'm going to share with all of you one technique of the cat's cradle, and I call it false crossings technique. What is a false crossing technique? You can see it here. We have a crossing here that we can take, and we have a crossing here that we can take also. But this crossing does not exist in the figure. There's nothing here. So this is the normal crossing. This is a normal crossing. Have here another crossing. If we take it with a finger, can come here and then take it this one with this one, for instance. Or we can take this one also and bring it to the center and take this one with this one. There are many crossings. Or this one. We can take this one, and here we have. These crossings are natural crossings. Hidden crossings. They are not false crossings. This is an hidden crossing that I can bring and make it visible. It is hidden because normally it is here on the back of the fingers. This is the same, this is the same, and this is the same. So when I do this, what do I see in the cat's cradle? I see the obvious crossings, but I have here one hidden crossing, another hidden crossing, another hidden crossing, and another hidden crossing. If I use all these crossings or make combinations, I can take many different figures. But I'm not going to speak of hidden crossings now, in another video. Now this is only for you to understand what is a false crossing. It's a crossing that it is not here, not visible and not invisible. Take a good look. I take this one and put it here. I have here already a false crossing and another false crossing. Or I can put it here. I have here one false crossing and another false crossing. Or if I want to be extremely radical, I can come here. Another false crossing and another false crossing here. So false crossings is a forcing, is a forced crossing. Going to give some examples. What figures can we take? I'm going to do a small and obvious false crossing. We take it like this, and then we put it like this. Very simple. And we are playing, and then, you see, you take it on the fingers. It stays very good. You can close the fingers. Here it is. False crossing. Singing. And now I'm going to take this one with a normal crossing for you to see. Let's see what's going on. And here you have an unusual cat's cradle figure. Actually, it is a pentapha figure. Pentapha-like, not a pentapha. But it is a pentapha-like. You see? Here it is a pentapha. Very interesting, right? It's a pentapha. Now, this is an example. Let's go back. I could make a continuation, but let's go back. Let's go to the opening cat's cradle movement. Let's put it here because I'm playing alone. Let's make a cat's cradle figure. And let's begin from here again. So I have used this false crossing for making a figure. Now let's make a false crossing here also. I can take it like this, or I can take it like this, and like this. I can take it as I want. Let's maintain the first intuition. Let's see what we can get. You see? Another different cat's cradle figure. And it is also a pentapha. Very interesting. Very interesting figure. Have 5-point stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we could make a continuation. We have an obvious crossing here and obvious crossing here. So we take it out and we take it. And here we have these figures, by the way. Now that I'm speaking of strange figures, the middle is here. The middle of this figure is not in here, is in here. So you have a crossing, you have to bring it here and bring it here. So you see the crossing? The crossing is here. Why is the middle here? Because when I take this, I can take the natural crossing that it is here. Or I can take the natural crossing that it is here. Or I can make a false crossing. I want to make a false crossing, I make a false crossing. And now this has to come under this one. So the center is here. And you take it. Here you have another pentathlon-like figure. Now let's go to the beginning. This is only false crossing explanation and sharing. I'm just sharing with people what I have learned in the cat's cradle, nothing more. Not a teacher, not anything like that. I'm just sharing what I know. So let's make the one figure. This is good figure for making false crossings, but you can make false crossings in all figures. But in here is better for explanation. So we have tried many things already. Now let's make a radical one. False crossing with this one. Now I cannot take this one because this is the same and gives bad figures in my experience. So, because I have it here and I have this one here, I can make it here. Let's see what this comes. Now we have a problem here. A huge problem. Where is the middle? There is no middle. When you have an X like this in the middle, there is no middle. So these figures are very poor figures, usually very bad figures. But I'm going to show it anyway. So we have to make an option. This one or this one. Let's try this one. And nothing. As you can see, almost nothing. Almost nothing. Why? Because that was really difficult. And that was really radical. But nevertheless, we have something here. I'm going to undo this part, just for the sake of beauty of the figure. And although it is nothing, and it is extremely difficult to work out from here, because we don't have parallel strings, but we could make. I'm going to make it. I should not make it because this is not a class for this. Well, I'm not make it. I should do it like this. Technique like this, and then I put it here on the fingers. But because I don't have the fingers, I don't know exactly where are the fingers. So the point here is for you to see that now I have already two in here, one in here, but the other one is here. Actually it is here, so I have two, and then the figure. And these I can use again, false crossings, and try to make a radical coming through here. Let's see if this is destroyed or if this is something worthy. Not bad, right? It's not destroyed. It's not destroyed. Although it is a difficult figure. Why? Because this is free and this is free. But that is for another lesson. For now, let's return to the proper technique that we are making exemplifications here. False crossing techniques. So this was too much radical to there. But let's try another radical. This one to here. And this one, keep it simple. Now this is again very difficult. Let's try. See what's coming up. Aha, a viable figure. This is a viable figure. And it is again a pentathlon-like figure. You have it here. Very interesting, right? Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can use false crossings in any way you want and like. It's very easy, and it gives different figures, saves the game. I can use it immediately here in the beginning. So in this beginning I have many crossings. Alright? Look. Normal crossing, a hidden crossing, and another hidden crossing, usually here. Alright? 2 hidden crossings and 2 obvious crossings. Now I can make a crossing. I can use this one for this one. And I can use here the normal. Let's find out. It's a difficult figure, but it is takeable. As you know, the center is here. I've already told you. So all you have to do is to bring the crossing aside. Here you can take the normal, the natural crossing, bring it here, and now you take out in the middle. And here you have. Now this figure probably is a phantom. It's not a cat's cradle figure. If you look like this, you say, oh, it's a cat's cradle figure. No, it's not. Take a good look. You see this one? So it is a phantom. I call it a phantom. There are many, many, many phantoms, especially in this figure. Of course, you can take it to really see that it is not a cat's cradle figure. You take a normal, taking out. It comes another. This one, this time, has 2. This and this are free. Another phantom. Let's just for curiosity see how far does it go. And it goes again to this figure that we already know how to take out. We take the crossing here and bring it here. Now it's not the time for this. We are in false crossings. I think it is enough. I think that I have already told you all there is to know about false crossings. The only thing that you have to do is to try. This is the explanation of the free playing. I've called it once street cat's cradle because I saw it in people playing in the streets. So I call it street cat's cradle, but actually I play it with my mother also, long years now. So let's try another false crossing here. This time false crossing and false crossing, 2 false crossings. Let's find out, and here you have another figure of this type. This type of figures comes a lot when we play like this. So we must know how to take it. In here you see there is no natural crossing. So I'm going to make false crossing again. And then we take it. And here you have. It's a phantom. Of course it is a phantom. Take a good look. A phantom. Not a cat's cradle figure, because cat's cradle figure always comes in all sides to the center, and this no. This is free. Actually, you recognize this, don't you? It's a pentalpha. Straight pentalpha. Take a good look. It's a pentalpha. You saw it, right? Easy and plain. So let's try here another false crossing to end this, because there is no need for more. This is easy technique, but I'm curious about to see what's going on here. So let me find out, and the same figure that come already several times. This figure has always good continuations, although it is this time we have a natural crossing. And now, this is not a, you see, this is not a phantom, probably, because this one comes to the center, this comes to the center, probably, but there are phantoms that still being everything in place can have dissonant over-under. Let's find out if this is a classic or it is or if a striped classic. You see, what a good way to finish this. We come to the classic game. Here we have Usually we always enter in this figure because it is the most easy figure. When we play random, when we play free game, when we play street cat's Cradle, we play and play and play, and suddenly, zash, we enter the classic. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.